I like to give folks a couple of minutes to get here. Hi, Melody. You guys, I am really excited for today's show. It's what they're both topics that I've dealt with. One being as a daughter and a granddaughter. I witnessed what Melody went through, and then the next guest, I could say I was sort of similar in some ways back when I was younger. So Chucky, even though I might be Silly Lily and you might be Scary Chucky, I think our pasts are a whole lot alike. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You guys, can y'all believe it is Friday the 13th? Oh boy. First month, new year, Friday the 13th. I'm telling you right now, you guys, this is my year. I'm owning this year. And today, I always have Good Friday the 13th. Now, granted, I don't go out on Friday the 13th because Lord knows what's going on out there. But I've not ever really had a bad Friday the 13th. About New Year's, and I know it's Friday the 13th already, it's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. You guys, welcome to Lessons Learned. I'm Silly Lily. We do have two absolutely amazing guests today. We have Melody and Chucky down here, and y'all, I can't wait to introduce them to have the topics. Melody will be going first, and we'll have Chucky. He'll be on second. Okay. We're going to give everybody about 30 more seconds, Jay, and then I'm going to let you in for the introduction, and then we'll go over a few of the stream rules. If I can find them, maybe not. I should know this by heart, but I always forget something if I don't look, right? If you guys happen to enjoy this show, please do reach out to Emoji J on Instagram. He will post in the chat how you can get a hold of him. There you go, right there. There he is, always on time with it. But Emoji J there is the admin for my show. And without Emoji J, I have no freaking clue how I would get this done. So y'all hit him up with the fave, please. I appreciate it. And then here we go. Here's the introduction, guys. Let's go. Okay, maybe not. There we go. This is new. All right, everybody. Welcome to Lessons Learned. I am Silly Lily, and I am super excited. I've had a great morning, and I think this is going to be a great show. Again, this is a featured show, you guys, so I need everybody to remember that I cannot interact with every one of you personally, okay? So throughout the show, I'm not going to always be able to comment with what you're saying. So if you hit me with a star, you can always come back, and we can chit-chat afterwards. I would like to remind everybody that we are not professionals. We are simply some random folks who learned a lesson in our lifetime, and we thought, well, you know what? Maybe if we share our experience, it might help somebody else. Okay? So if you find yourself struggling, especially mental health is so important. So if you're struggling with any type of mental health, please, please, please reach out to a professional. Okay, reach out to anybody. But unfortunately, we're not professionals and we are not equipped to give any of you advice. Like I said, we are simply going to talk about something we've been through. We're going to touch very briefly on how we got to where we needed to make changes and how we continue to go about being positive people. We will do a Q&Q here in a minute, which is what you've seen there at the end of the introduction. Also, we end the show with the Q&Q, and then we bring it in to the next week. So you guys stay tuned, and at the end of the show, you'll have next week's Q&Q, and you will have a way to, you have all week then to think of what you're going to say. In the middle, in between the two guests, we will be doing what is called the Q&Q. It is or not the Q&Q, I'm sorry, self-care, self-love. I ask a couple of questions on if you've done self-care or, you know, how you've treated yourself lately. A lot of us don't do enough self-love, self-care. So we go over a little bit of that in the middle of the segment, and I think that I think that I've covered everything there. Again, you guys, thank you for all the gifts and thank you for all the favorites in advance. And I'm not going to be able to thank you for them individually, and I'm sorry for that, but that is the rules. So I'm going to do the Q&Q, which we had from last week, and it reads: I had always thought that once you grew up, you could do anything you wanted. Stay up all night or eat ice cream straight out of the container. As a child, what grown-up things did you look forward to doing? As a child, what grown-up things did you look forward to doing? Driving. That was definitely something I look forward to too, T. I think I mostly look forward to just being able to take adventures and go anywhere I wanted to, right? Drink beer, drive a car. Going to the horse races, nice, with your dad, that's awesome. Having a family, one that was together, mom and dad, I get that. But some of us don't get that, Ditzy. Some of us don't get that. And you look forward to adulting? Did I have the wrong one? Oh, here. We'll do two of them then. I think I might have grabbed the one from the week before. To graduate college, nice. What's adulting? I know, it's a trap. It is a trap. So I was watching a TikTok, right? And this lady, where are you from? She's like, the hood. And the lady's like, the hood? She's like, yeah, adulthood. It's a trap. I laughed. Okay, so according to Jay, this is where I'm at. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. What do you hope the future holds for you? All right, Melody, I'm going to say about another minute and a half. So if you could request a box so I see you blinking, and then I will let you know before I put you in the box. I will wait for you to okay me. But that way, Melody, I know you are ready and good to go. So what do you hope the future holds for you? Retirement, pure happiness. I think that retirement home. I think that love, prosperity, peace, and simple life. Nice. I just want my future to hold adventures and my job to do well and to take off. You know, like, it's so important for me to have my business going, right? And to be able to take care of myself and my kids and anything that their future holds, right? So what do you guys hope the future holds for you? A day with SIllylilly. Good luck. Good luck. Good health, good family, and world peace. I'm a basket case still over here, y'all. So as I never think of the future, it comes soon enough. What do you hope the future holds for you? Just T says happiness. Pageant queen auditioning. All right, guys. None of you guys have been, only those few people have hopes for their future. Peace. There you go. Good health and everything else after that can be handled. Moose says Moon's nice. Jason, living till I'm old. I want my future to hold many adventures and my kids to be successful. Mojo says pure happiness. Nice, nice, nice. All right, guys. That being said, we have Melody here this morning, and I've not had the honor to meet Melody yet, but Melody is a cancer survivor. And not only is she a cancer survivor, she was a nurse who took care of folks who she was like on the opposite side of the bed, I think is how she put it, right? So not only has she been through it, she's helped several people get through. I'm not sure if it's the same. I'm not sure what type of nurse you are, but I am going to put you in the box as soon as you say okay. And then I'm going to just, thank you for being here. Okay, yay. So thank you for being here. I am very excited to have you here today. Melody, I guess give us a little rundown about what we're going to be talking about here.
Well, it kind of goes with the old cliche, you never know how life is for a person until you walk in their shoes. Right. And I grew up in a household, my mom was in medical and did, medical work. My dad was a fireman. So both of my parents had careers and lived their lives taking care of and saving and helping other people. And so that was what I wanted to do. I wanted to, be a nurse. I didn't get my RN. I just did a CNA because I wasn't smart enough to pass the chemistry and couldn't get past the science of nursing. But I worked hands-on with patients and, worked at nursing homes and hospitals. When I worked at the nursing home, I would go into a room and say, you've got to get up and go to breakfast. And they'd say, no, I'm too tired. I don't want to get out of bed. And I'd be like, oh no, you can get out of bed. I had control. I was going to make them get out of bed because I wasn't listening to what they were telling me because I knew it all. I'm the nurse. I'm in charge, and I had that mentality because I had to because of my job. But over 25 years that I did this, I kind of lost focus and empathy for people and the ability to, let them be them. And it's not, I can just listen and be supportive and make them more comfortable, happy, whatever they need spiritually rather than, maybe medically. And I didn't really realize what they, like I said, it was a lesson for me to I felt like I had to save everybody and fix everybody. If you have a problem, I'll fix it, and that's not, it wasn't good for me because I lost focus. I lost that human interaction and started looking at my job and my patients as, I just got to get this work done. It just became work and not a person, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so, I was just working, living my life, and I found a lump under my arm, and I said, oh, well, it's no big deal, and it turned out to be cancer. Okay. And I remember when I went and sat at the doctor's office to get the biopsy results, sitting on the other side and, then becoming the patient and having to give up control and letting somebody else take over, I might cry, of my life, because I was always such an in control person. I have to be strong. I have to be the fixer. I have to be the saver. I was very much a people pleaser. And so I remember I was just numb, and it was like the world just shattered, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to act. I didn't want to do it. I was, well, I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do anything, and just let it be. But of course, my family and friends were like, you've got to fight this. You can do this. We're going to help you, you know, and and they did. I had being in the medical community, I had a lot of support from doctors and hospital nurses and friends, even people that I didn't know, but they all came together as a community. I live in a small town, and there was literally hundreds of people that I didn't even know that helped me out. And I started seeing blessings instead of the negative and the pain and the sickness. And I started seeing human kindness and humans coming together and saying, we we are here for you if you need us, and we will, stand by you, but let you do your thing. Um, Being a nurse and a caregiver, it was hard to ask for help. I'm like, no, not going to do. I know what to do. I'll just take care of myself. I'll treat myself. I'll give myself 6 months. I'll be back to normal. It's no big deal. And it was a big deal. It was. I was diagnosed at 41. I had to quit working. I lost everything financially. Um, I had to have equipment. I had to have a hospital bed, oxygen, walkers. And I'm like, oh, hell no. I am not going to walk around with a walker.
Yeah.
And so because I was non-compliant and did not do things that I was, I didn't listen to nurses and doctors and physical therapists and my psychiatrist and all the things that you go through, because it also takes a toll on you mentally. Um, and I was in such denial, and I had such pride that, well, I'm different, it doesn't affect me that way, and I can overcome this. And once I let go of that, because after you fall in Walmart and they call 911 about 6 times, you're like, okay, I'm going to take my walker because I don't want the embarrassment of 911 coming. So what I learned was that it's really important to listen to other people, and when they tell you something that it may not be overwhelming for us, it may not, to us, maybe when they're telling us about their pain, we think, oh, it's just a headache, you can get over it, put your big girl panties on and move on. It's not like that. And basically, I remember feeling and thinking, well, I don't really want them to tell me what to do. I don't want them to fix me, but I want them, I need that I need them to be there for me. And just sometimes it was just sitting in the room with me. Sometimes it's just, I'll call somebody up. I still do it. I'll call somebody and say, hey, I'm having a mental day. I'm tired. The fatigue is so bad. I can't hardly do anything. I don't want to do anything. And, I just want you to listen for me. And I just vent and go off. And they say, okay, you done? I say, yeah. And they hang up and they say, well, I love you. And, see you later,
So really quick, I want to interrupt you guys, and I want you to really hear what she just said. Okay, she has been through things, she has fought them off, and when she has bad days, she reaches out to the people who are closest to her, and it still helps. And these people don't necessarily, you don't have to say anything. Sometimes someone just needs you to listen, not to respond, not to answer, just to hear us, just to listen. And I think that that is something that is very underrated, and people are very afraid to reach out. But I'm telling you right now, if I know you and you call me and you say to me, I'm having a tough day, I am the first person to stop what I am doing, and I will listen, because I've been there and I get it. So you guys, there are people in your life that will always listen. You don't have to go through all of this stuff alone. And really quick, welcome to Lessons Learned. I am Silly Lily. This is Melody, and we're talking about how she was a nurse and she took care of patients, and then how she ended up on
I'm a
the other
patient.
side of the bed as the patient. and how it was hard for her to let go, because as a nurse, you're the one in control of the patients. You know what's going on. You push them to do what they have to do because that's what needs to get done. Well, now she's on the other side and she's like, I don't want to listen to you. I don't want to do that. Right. And so we're talking about how you got to push through and reach out and believe in yourself. I hear that in your story too. You have to really believe in yourself, and push yourself through these hard times.
Yeah, and you know, I had the comments off because I'm nervous and I'm not a good speaker,
You're okay.
but I'm
You're
reading
okay.
some of the comments, and the thing is that, you know, a lot of us have silent pain and chronic pain, and you never know from day to day how it's going to affect you. And you know, every day for me, like you were talking about the future, I don't really think about the future because in my situation, you know, I'm just grateful for the next day.
Yeah.
And I never, you know, some days I wake up and I feel good and I can do things, and other days I'm like, I'm going to stay in bed all day. And this app, these apps, Scout, Meet Me, POF, whatever you're on, this platform and the people I've met, because I can do this from my bed. A lot of times when I'm in streams, I might be in bed, you know,
Right.
and it gives me, it's kind of my social life, and it's helped me, you know, it helps me with the people I've met and the friends I've made. I have some friends that do call me outside of the app and they support me, and they, you know, they're always there for me. There's a lot of streamers, and, you know, I go to these shows like your shows and all these feature shows because they, they, um, they entertain me, they distract me, they make me feel better. I have never left a stream that I don't feel better. And I'm like, I'm so glad I went and did that today. You know, I'm so glad I went and saw that. You know, I love whatever that person was doing in their stream. You know, it lifted me up, and it does, you know, I mean, it's, you know, I can go out for little bits of time, but I can't go out and do things like I used to, you know. And so for many years, actually, until I found this app, and I found it during COVID. But what I also learned from these apps and this platform and meeting people the way I do, I always wanted to travel. My plan was to retire and travel and visit places. And I can't do that now, you know, but I can do it here. You know, I've gone into streams and somebody was in Alaska and we saw a moose crossing the road. You know,
Oh, wow.
been on walks with somebody who streamed in England. They took us on a walk through the countryside. You know, I've been on the beach in Australia with somebody streaming from Australia. You know,
Right.
I get to travel and experience these things virtually,
Yeah.
and it means so much to me.
Yeah.
I know it's just, you know, it's a phone and I'm just looking at this phone, but it gives me such, you know,
It
it's
is
sort
so
of
much
like
more.
I'm
It is
still
so much
part of life, even though I'm not physically there. I am still part of life. And the things I get to see and the people I get to meet, and some things I don't want to see and some things I don't want to hear. But and even those are great because I can laugh and I can, like, you know, oh, I don't want to see that. You know. But you know, that element of surprise is always good too. So there's always
I I
something.
I have to say that there is absolutely nothing like when you're like it's only a phone. There's no only in that in anything about this. This app has literally brought me so much happiness. It has brought me to a point in my life where I'm confident in who I am because I get on here and I can be myself. And if you don't like that, you can leave or I can make you leave.
Right.
So the people that stay like me in my loudness and my goofiness and my ridiculous, stupid jokes and my crazy ideas from my workout streams that I started back up to we're going to be throwing darts at balloons to puzzles. We spend hours putting puzzles together. Like this app supports me and they've literally changed so much about me and have made me such a better person. So no, there's no only staring at a phone. This app has done amazing things for a lot of people. You just have to find your people. You have to find the people that you vibe with. Not everybody on this app is going to be your cup of tea. If you like plants and silliness and middle-aged crazy ladies, hi, I'm here, right?
Yeah.
If you like video games, I'm not going to be your cup of tea, right? So it's, you've got to find your people, and you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Melody's not everybody's cup of tea, but I can already tell the Melody's going to be a part of my cup of tea, and I'm going to be all up in hers. So we're at Melody. I do take adventures. I be posting pictures of crazy fun places. So you'll have to check out my IG. I've got a really good friend of mine, Chad. He does a lot of videos from adventures. So if you like to see different places of the world, I'll have to come in and let you know, and you can check out all these beautiful pictures and videos that are on IG. But before we do a little bit about you, before I let you go, is there anything else you wanted to add to this amazing story?
No. I mean, like I said, I mean, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. It was terminal. And I've been on hospice 4 or 5 times. And, but yeah, I'm still here. And they have to, they discharge you because you don't die. And it's like, and I've even had people, I had people that actually said to me, "Oh, I think you're lying because you didn't die. You're still here,"
I'm
And
sorry, I'm a fighter.
um,
That's what I'd have told them. I'm
but
sorry, I'm a fighter.
yeah, I fight, and I'm like, I can't explain it, but I'm just grateful, and I'm grateful that I found these apps, and I'm grateful that I've met these people, and even my family is like, they noticed a difference in me, you know, because every time they take me out to lunch or we see them, and they're like, so what crazy thing did you do this week? I'm like, well, the other night I did a scavenger hunt, and the other night I did this, and they're like, they are so happy for me that I'm not just sitting here wallowing.
Right,
I'm not just sitting
right.
here isolated, alone, doing
Yeah.
nothing, feeling sorry for myself. I'm on here every day. A lot of people see me around. I'm everywhere because I'm always looking for new stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
always going to my own, So I just, it's so important. I think what I learned was, for me, the most important thing is people. It's not the money I made, it's not the things I had, it's not the stuff I got to do, but the people that I interact with and that are in my life. And that's the most important thing for me.
Awesome. Awesome, Melody. I thank you. I know that that's not an easy story to share. But I thank you for being brave enough to share that with us. If you guys are just tuning in, this is Melody. I am Silly Lily, and you're watching Lessons Learned. Melody, tell us a little bit about your streams, when you stream, do you have your IG or any of that other fun stuff? Give us a little bit about the Melody.
Well, I do stream. I usually stream like late at night, early in the morning, like after midnight standard time.
Okay.
I I am so, I like to watch other people's streams and interact with the other streams, so I don't stream very much.
Okay.
I don't feel that I'm a very good streamer. I'm a boring person.
You know what,
I
Melody? You
I
could
just kind
play
of
a
sit there and
game.
sing a little bit, and I might dance, I might put on some music, but
I got you with some ideas you can do from bed. Lord knows I like to do all my activities sitting on my tush, if
yeah, I
possible.
mean that's the thing is I'm just kind of sitting there looking at the phone, waiting for somebody to say something, either ask me a question or,
Right. It
I'm
is
waiting for
hard
them
when
to
you're
engage
new. It is
first.
hard to get started. It really, really is.
It
It's
is. It
slower.
is.
But Melody, you're welcome to come hang out here anytime. I don't know. I have all kinds of crazy stuff going on over here on the regular. We like to have a good time. But you guys, make sure to hit Melody with the favorite. I'm sure when we're done, she'll
Thank
go through
you,
her favorites
everybody.
and, maybe come check some of you guys out. She says she likes to stream hop and check out what you're doing. So I don't know, be cool. And maybe she'll come hang out with you too. But guys, again, thank you, Melody, for being here. Make sure you favorite her.
Thank you.
And yeah, I will see you around. Stick around for Chucky. We'll see what he's got to say. I'm not gonna lie, a little nervous.
I'm a little scared, I'm a little nervous, and I'm excited, but
I am really excited. I'm not nervous at all.
he got that knife and
Bye. All right.
See, I'm glad I went first because I don't think I would have wanted to follow him.
You know what? There you go.
Bye, everybody.
All right, Sarah, have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you again. All right, you guys. Wow. All right, that was Melody, y'all. And we just got done talking about how she was a nurse, right? And how she got caught up in her job, to say the least. And she didn't put the love into the job she had at first, is sort of what I heard out of it. And then Melody ended up on that side of the table where she had to be taken care of. And it opened her eyes to make her realize and to appreciate every single person that is in her life, no matter what. And I heard love your friends, love your family. And I heard Melody, my brain on repetition just kept telling me, it's not what you don't have. Appreciate what you have. Love those that are there. It's not about the amount. It's about how good those couple people are, right? You don't need a ton of people, but you really don't. But when you have a ton of people, it's so much more eye-opening. You know what I'm saying? But the quality of the people in your life, if they're good to you and if they reach out to you, y'all best be doing the same thing, because those people are hard to find. They are so hard to find. Now, if you're hitting me up on my messages and I talk to you regularly here, please send a few of them, because you probably got lost in it. I don't ever mean to ignore any one of you before any one of you says anything about that, okay? Like, literally, I just can't keep up, because you send a message, then they respond, and then every time you send one, people respond, and then I just can't get to the bottom anymore. So please forgive me. But if y'all ever need me, don't be afraid to send a couple messages. I am here. Now, self-care question number 1. What have you done for yourself today? Please tell me, what have you done for yourself today? I started exercising again, and I did my upper body. That really was sore. My shoulders and my arms. Y'all, that really hurt. I'm not gonna lie. We will be doing nothing above my head today. Oh, my Lanta. Oh, we did, and I only did about a half hour, but I kept going for that half hour. I didn't really stop, and I was doing a lot of upper body, but whatever, it's okay. Anyway, so what have you done for yourself today? Someone said showered, brushed their teeth, read the Bible, got coffee. I did finish my puzzle yesterday. Thank you very much. We'll be starting another one today. Okay. Self-care question number 2 that I feel, where to go, is important to ask right now is, are the people, oh no, do the people in your life bring you positive energy? Do the people in your life bring you positive energy? And if they don't, why are they there? Because I'm going to tell you right now, 41. All right, fine, I get it. You don't want to stay on. I'm not wearing a necklace. That is fine. No necklace. No necklace. Well, I can't get rid of the kids. Oh my God. Oh my God. So yeah, I started my workout today. I got my body moving, and that's what I did for myself. And then the people around me now, yeah, they're positive. The people around me I don't have a lot of people around me. I really don't. To be honest with you guys, on one hand, I can count the people in real life that I've known, not just people I've met once or twice on this app. I love all of you too, but the people in my life that I've seen and I know, it's not a lot, you know, but they're okay. Well, one of them might be a pain in my butt a little bit, but he's 22 and he's my kid. So, you know, it's just that I got to deal with a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie. I'm a terrible liar. So 4 out of 5. Okay, 4 out of 5. Can we 4.5 out of 5? All right, Chucky, where are we at on time here? All right, I'm going to say about 2-3 minutes, Chucky, and you're going to be hopping in here. Guys, again, I want to thank everybody for the favorites. Thank you for the gifts before we go on to the self-care tips. I appreciate everything, but more than any of that, thank you so much for giving me this 1 hour out of your time, because you can't get that back. So the fact y'all come here and spend it with me, it is mind-blowing and humbling and just simply freaking amazing. So I want to thank you guys for that, and I want to make sure that I thank my guests, all of my guests, and especially my guests from today, because you guys got to understand, it is not easy to get in this box and talk about your problems. Otherwise, you guys would be lined up on a waiting list to be on my show. All of you would be like, I need to do this, if it was easy. But it's not. It's not easy. So I appreciate those of you that are here for being respectful. And don't forget to be afraid to favorite Chucky. I think that we're going to laugh a little bit. He's taken my banter pretty well. I'm excited. I can't wait to check him out and stream already. And he's not even been on my show yet. You know. All right. So I guess self-care tip number 1. And I know a lot of you guys are sick of hearing this one, but how about drink your water? Did you guys know that if you are a 200-pound person, I'm sorry for those of you that are over on the other side of the world and don't use the whole ounces, all that stuff. Okay, y'all use your other system, and I just quite frankly can't do that, okay? But as an American, I know ounces, all right? So listen, if you are a 200-pound person, you cut that number in half. That would be 100 ounces of water that you are to consume today. If you weigh 150 pounds, you are to consume 75 ounces of water a day. If you weigh 300 pounds, you are to consume 150 ounces of water a day. You guys catching on? You guys see the theme here? I don't know if you guys are aware, but I think I remember in my 5th grade class that they told us our body is mostly water. And so I feel like, especially for those of you in your 20s and 30s, and you're like, I don't want my skin to ever be terrible, drink your water and lotion and sunscreen. Sunscreen every day, even in the winter. But that's a whole other story. But water, seriously. Your skin needs the water. It literally helps. I promise. I promise. I promise. I promise. Also, guys, I want to one more time. I'll thank you guys for all the favorites, for all the gifts. I appreciate every single thing. And during the show, when my guest is in the box, I definitely I focus on them. Put your phone down. Now, I put my phone down while I meditate, so technically I'm using it, but I'm not touching it, and I don't look at it because my eyes are closed. So I'm going to say that counts. But I've been meditating, and I've been just closing my eyes and not staring at my device, and for at least an hour a day. Okay, a half hour. Sometimes after a half hour, I'm really sleepy and I fall asleep. So if I meditate more than a half hour, it's including a nap. Can't help it. My whole body relaxes. It's just so peaceful. Okay. All right. Now, if you could request a box, Chucky, I'm going to go over one more self-care tip, and then I'm going to have you get in the box. You go get in my box, Chucky. Hello. Oh, look at that one. Take time with your skincare. Reduce screen time. We covered that already. This is one that I struggle with, so I don't like to admit it. But decluttering, getting rid of all that crap you don't need. As I look around my living room and I go, I don't really need half of the crap in here, but I just can't get rid of it. So decluttering, clean space, is happy brain. My space gives me anxiety when it's any worse than what it is now, right? Like if I'm not semi-organized and I don't know where my stuff is, I literally am like, I can't sit still. I'm nauseous. But then like I start one project because I got, my ADHD brain, right? I'm in the kitchen and I'm like, okay, I got to wash these dishes, right? But then I open the drawer and I realize the scissors are missing. So then I got to go find the scissors. But then while I'm looking for the scissors, I realize I got to empty the garbage in the bathroom. And then emptying the garbage in the bathroom, I got to take the garbage out. But then to take the garbage out, I got to go buy garbage bags, right? So like, it's just this whole like inevitable, I can never get anything done process. So, and it's because of the clutter. I can't think straight and I get all over the place. So declutter. You guys, I want to thank everybody again for being here. Welcome to Lessons Learned. My name is Silly Lily. Please do hit that star up top. I thank you for every single fave, and I thank you all for every single gift. Now, Chucky, as soon as you say you're ready to get in the box, I'm going to let you in that box. But you got to say, okay. Let's go. All right, you guys. Now, Chucky here is going to hop in here, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his past struggles. And I'm gonna let him introduce it. Hi, look at that.
All right. So I'm talking about the time of man, I never seen so many comments go. I'm a streamer. I should get used to this,
so
but...
Chucky, if all you have to do is click on your screen, the comments will disappear, and it's you and me.
Oh, I know. I can deal with the comments, but I'm talking about the time when I was suffering through my alcoholism, pretty much. I still consider myself a recovering alcoholic. I do drink occasionally, but now I know my limits,
right,
to where it doesn't like over consume me. But before we go into this big detail, let me just crack a little joke real quick.
Okay.
You're the first streamer that had a banner, right? That I'm actually myself. It's not a Chucky doll. So you took that
away. That's awesome.
Is there any questions you want to ask me before we move on? Or?
I mean, I guess more or less, I just kind of, I kind of throw you guys to the wolves. We can. So because it's your story, I don't necessarily want to. I don't want to ask questions that make you uncomfortable because, like I said, I know how hard it is to get on here to share some of these stories.
If you got questions for me, I always answer them.
So I like I said, I struggled with my addiction too. And it was a matter of just me realizing that it doesn't do any justice. It just masks the pain. So I want to I want to know, and I'm curious as to how you respect yourself enough to do the right stuff.
Well, I want to say it more so. I started drinking at a young age. I wasn't 21, obviously, but and more so stemmed from depression. And at one point, when I first started streaming on here, late 2016, early 2017, I started drinking more heavily because I had some people, which, granted, I didn't really classify myself as an alcoholic because I like the partying scene back then. And when you think that way, and you think the only way you can have fun is drinking, it turns into a freaking bad addiction and stuff. But for the most part, I want to say my friends really got me over it. And I've been sober for about 3 years. Not exactly sober, but not going crazy like how I used to. I want to say it ended in 2020. That was like the worst year for probably everybody. I think we can all agree to that, right? Right, chat? But yeah, 2020, the worst part had to be the alcohol withdrawals, I want to say. Because at one point, it was like giving me seizures because I'm an epileptic. Yeah. And probably not a good keen to drink, but now I know my limits.
Yeah, I don't know that a lot of people are aware of this, but alcohol is one of the most dangerous things to quit all of a sudden by yourself because of the shock factor. So I believe that. My dad is a recovering alcoholic. He's still active in AA. That's what helped him. I mean, granted, he's been there many times, but it wasn't until he realized that his life was on the line and that he had really messed up a lot and he hit his rock bottom that he actually went there, sat down, shut up, and listened. You know what I mean? And then they were able to give him the tools that he couldn't find, because not everybody can find those tools on their own. You know what I
It was
mean?
hard for me.
It's
And
not easy.
there was this one top badge on here years ago. I'm not sure if any of you guys know him, if any of you guys really remember him, but he went by Ryan Hammer. Because I was telling him about how I was going to be on here Friday. He's like, yeah, you were pretty big with drinking and stuff. And he was a little worried about me at that time, too, because at one point it was taking over my damn life. I'm not sure if I'm not supposed to say like words like that, but
Yeah, I mean, we're touching briefly. We're not
yeah,
dwelling, like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's important though, because it is hard. This is one of those things where it is touchy,
yeah,
because you don't want to say the wrong things, but
yeah,
also
exactly.
in order for people to fully understand the story, you kind of got to explain
Yeah,
some
you
of
got to
it,
go into a
right?
little bit of
So
like a darker detail.
yeah, I try to, you know, I try not, like I said, we touch briefly and then we
Mhm.
move on. So what was it that made you go, oh my God, I have a problem and I need to stop? What was that moment for you?
All right, so mind you, this never happened to me until 2020. So that's why I say 2020 had to be the worst year for me with alcohol. I had 3 mini seizures back to back while still awake because how heavily I was drinking. And I always thought streaming me while drunk was always fun. At least that's what some people said. I had to get rid of a few people because some people were sort of like being bad influences on me with me always still wanting to drink, and whether they're calling me like names and stuff or
I love that you did that for yourself. That is setting
it's hard.
boundaries. That is setting boundaries, and that is huge. That is huge. So props for that. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh no, you're good. It was definitely hard for the most part. Like 2020 with alcohol was like the worst. Because mind you, I didn't really realize it until I got closer to one of my friends, but me and her are like siblings now. So she's the one that got me out of that stage. And I met her on here. I only really have friends on here. I don't know anyone outside really. I'm like a very not, I'm a social person, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't really trust people around this town.
I love to talk. I
Yeah,
love talking, but stay over there. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Like, so this is perfect because I don't have to actually interact with you, but I still
Yeah,
get to talk and have my good times, and we're still laughing, and I'm not alone because I don't like being alone, but also ew, but also don't come, you know what I mean? But also
yeah.
keep me company, but stay over there. You know what I mean? So this is like that great happy medium for me
Mhm.
until I'm ready to really put myself back out there, you
Exactly.
know?
For me, it
Yeah.
was always hard talking to people because I would be the type I'll get nervous like, uh-oh. If I say something stupid, this person's either going to give me like a bad response or maybe a good response, but I don't like the in-between line, you know? It's like you don't try to really cross those boundaries.
So, okay, question.
Mhm.
How do you feel now about where you're at in life versus back when you were in that we'll just call it a tough situation?
I want to say I'm more confident now, considering like I stream, like not exact. I smoke weed, but I don't drink. I rather smoke weed than drink at this point because at least I'm able to realize what I'm doing, and it's not like I'm acting stupid on stream pretty much, and
Right.
uh, just making pretty much a fool of myself if you really sit and look at it.
I don't think a lot of us when we were heavy in our drinking
Mm,
realize after about 6 beers or 6 drinks,
yeah,
and when we're sitting there, we're like, this is so much fun and life is great and we're the life of the party. No, you're not. You're an idiot. Sit down and shut your mouth. You're driving us all nuts. You
you're
don't
not
make any
wrong.
sense, and you've probably made people mad, but because we love you, we tolerate it. And I'm speaking
Yeah,
about my father. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
yeah,
any of you
exactly.
guys in here. I'm speaking solely about my father. Because after the 6th drink, it was like the mind melted and he was a different person. You know? He was no longer dad, he was the drunk. You know what I'm saying? So it was like there was two different people. There was dad,
Yeah,
which we seen very rarely, and then there was drunk. And drunk guy was scary. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't okay. And
yeah.
but he never realized it, and he never realized what he did to us or to anybody until after he quit, because you don't remember all of
You
it,
don't. You lose your memory. You'll
you
sit there
know?
and think you'll remember until you keep drinking and then you go blackout drunk, like me, for instance.
Yeah.
Mind you, my ex broke up with me, so her friend took me around all the bars. And we left the one bar, the last bar, I'm going to say. And me being really intoxicated, I literally landed into a dumpster, fell headfirst into a dumpster, which, not the highlight of my career, I'll tell you that. I'd rather
What?
fall into a ditch than a dumpster, if I'm going to be completely honest.
What?
But I talk about this very easily because it's been a while.
Right.
It's been like
Well,
3 years.
I mean, I'll talk about mine. It's been a while, but I more so I share it because I
Yeah.
want people to know that they can get through it too.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm
as long
saying?
as they got a support system, man, you can even go reach out to somebody. I mean, you don't have to be really good friends with them. Just talk to somebody.
I promise you, anybody that you've seen in this stream today, y'all just be
Mhm.
favoriting everybody, because I know for a fact that a good majority of these people in here are good people. And so just, I don't know, favorite Chucky, favorite Melody, favorite myself. And that's 3 people right there that I can tell you have good souls.
Hey Lex, I see you over there.
Uh-oh, we see you.
I'm not gonna lie. Leading up to all this, I've been getting the jitters and the butterfly because I'm so used to having a character when I do these banner things, not actually myself. This is like the first time.
Well, I'm feeling kind of I don't know. It's like thank you.
It's
Honored.
different.
Honored is the word I couldn't just get out.
And Emo DJ was the one that set all this up. So if you guys got stories, get in contact with him. Me and him go way
Yes,
back.
please. Yes, please. So, what do you think? How do you feel like nowadays? Like when you wake up and you get your day going, are you, a lot more positive? And like when you get on these streams and you're remembering stuff, like is it just like, I guess I'm asking, is your life really that much better now than it was? Because for me, it is.
Yeah. So drinking wise, for me, I'm happy it's over. Granted, everyone still gets their depressive state, which I recently just sort of getting out of. But it has nothing to do with alcohol. That's just like different reasons and stuff, which I can't even figure it out. But for the most part, I think if you talk to friends and stuff, they could pull you through it. It's easier said than done. Like it took like 5 or 6 of them to actually know that I wasn't really okay recently, and for the most part, depression is a tough topic to say the least.
But it's serious, it's
It
real,
is
and it's
serious.
lots of people suffer from it and they don't even realize.
Nope.
Um, again, like I said before, you guys, none of us are professionals. But if you are struggling with depression, anxiety, any of that stuff, please reach out. Please find a medical professional or at least a family member that you can talk to and confide in, because there's
Yeah.
nothing that we can say or do that's going to help you guys through your personal thing, except maybe you can relate to something that we said, and maybe you can listen and you can go, okay, you know what? Chucky got through it. Lily got through it. Melody, she fought off cancer, and they keep thinking she keeps coming home. Melody is just, she keeps going home. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just keep going. I don't care where you're at in your life right now. You can make tomorrow better just by going. You know what I'm saying? I know that I can do this. I'm tired of looking at myself and going, oh, I wish that this, or I wish this was my appearance. That's my thing right now. I'm back on that whole. So you know what? I stopped complaining, and now I'm complaining how sore my arms are instead. But I started to make that change, right? I started to make that change. So you guys just have to want whatever it is that you're going after, be it quitting drinking, be it eating better, be it exercising so you can run a 5K. If you want to get a dog, you got to take steps. You have to take proper steps to do anything, but make sure that you put yourself first. Make sure you always keep yourself in the forefront, because it takes a lot for you to look in the mirror and go, you know what? I do have a problem,
Yeah.
and I've got to stop. That takes a lot. And that's probably the hardest thing that you have to do. But once you can do that, it's all uphill from there. A
I
good
just
guy.
want a real life good guy dolphin.
That's my admin, y'all. Woo!
I think you did that one for me. That was great. That was great.
Can I blow up? Featured show. Get it together. Stop it, y'all. Stop.
All right.
All right.
I keep forgetting about
Okay,
this.
back.
Streaming is like my like switch. I might be
I
nervous
have
in
no
the
more
comments,
switch,
but
man.
when I
I'm
get to the
just,
box,
it's Friday the
different.
13th, y'all. You're watching Lessons Learned. This is Chucky. I'm Silly Lily. And if you missed Melody, I'm sorry about your luck.
Her story was amazing. That
Melody
was
is a
definitely
survivor.
impactful.
She's a strong person. And if you haven't favored her already, go ahead, Melody, say hi, and they can come check you out. But Chucky, is there anything you want to add to this?
Can't really think of anything else from what I remember other than just me drinking like a fish from all the way from like late 2016 until 2020, which marked when I sort of quit and I've been sober for 3 years straight. Not exactly sober, but not crazy anymore. Like at least now I
It
know.
doesn't control you anymore.
Yeah,
You
now I
know
know
that
my
you can
limits.
have fun without it.
Yeah.
More
Exactly.
fun. Believe it or not, it is way more fun when you're the sober one and you can laugh at all of your friends, especially if you take them back to your house and they're on the couch and you're making breakfast, banging on the pots and pans like, you idiots. I've done it. I'm
I
not gonna
think we
lie.
both can agree on this, Lily.
It is way
The
better to
worst
be
thing
sober.
about drinking is those hangovers. Oh, they were horrible.
I don't miss them. You know, I have 2
Oh,
glasses of wine and I wake up with a hangover anymore. I can't hang. I can't hang. But
I
all
can't
right,
do like
so
I used to do anymore. That's for sure.
it's not a problem, man. I like being a cheap date. I don't like being expensive.
Oh man.
I gotta take myself out. I gotta pay. I prefer cheap. Okay, hello.
Oh man.
All right, you guys. So, Chucky, before I let you go, please give us a little bit about yourself, when we can find you streaming, what we can see in your stream.
All right. So
Any
my
events?
streams, I more so stream at night around 10 o'clock my time, Eastern time zone right now. I've been starting to stream around afternoon times too. It's like a hit or miss with me, but typically I'm on between 10 or sometimes 11 at night, depending on what I'm doing. Like if I'm hanging out with my friends playing a game, I'm not gonna stream it because that's not everybody's interest.
Right.
I go by when I stream, I stream it. It's not like you'll catch people roasting me, but that's just my crowd of people. If you like to have a fun time and like jokes and stuff, then my streams are for you. But just take my people with a grain of salt. They might not be everybody's cup of tea. But, if you like comedy, you might like it. Who knows? Just stop by if you want.
Dun dun dun.
Who knows? Maybe you'll catch a Chucky scene at one point because I'm thinking about bringing it back.
Lex says, "My God, we're not that bad, Chucky. Calm down."
I never said you were bad. Actually, this was fun.
You guys are funny, guys. So, thank you, Chucky, for being on here today. If you guys missed Chucky's story, we pretty much talked about how much better life can be when you are able to put addictions aside and you're able to focus on yourself and love yourself and be happy. But yeah, you're good to go unless there's anything. Do you have any events coming up or anything?
Nothing at the moment. I was thinking about doing some sort of like featured show myself, but I wouldn't even know how to go about that.
Well, you reach out to me off here. Come hang out on my stream. You can box up and we'll talk about it.
All right. Sounds like a plan. I appreciate it.
No problem.
And I'll definitely be back soon. Just
right.
remember one thing, guys. Make sure you always talk to your closest friends, even when you're down, even if you think it's hard. Just try to come to that realization that maybe sometimes it's best to get help. And make sure you guys have a happy Friday the 13th. This is Chucky signing out.
Bye, Chucky. You guys, what another great show. I'm telling you. If you missed today's show, you will be able to find it on YouTube. Reach out to Emoji J. He can tell you how to find that. Also, if you'd like to be on this show, reach out to Emoji J or myself on Instagram. Please, if you could do me the favor, I would like to thank KK is my number 1 gifter, Galaxy my number 2, and Krabby my number 3 gifters. And then we've had Marie, Quinn and JT, T. Lear, Man's Gracefully Broken, Ari Mars, Chucky, Gorgeous, Mystified, Tornado Man, Sarah, Triple L, Boop, and many, many more. Thank you guys for all of your support. Thank you guys all for the favorites today. We meet here every Friday at 10 a.m. If you don't know what you're doing right now, you're watching Lessons Learned, and we just finished another amazing episode. We had Melody, who talked about how she was a nurse, and then she became the patient when she was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. And how she is still here fighting off the, she's still fighting. She's kicking strong, and that's amazing to me. And then we had Chucky, and Chucky has fought himself to putting himself back on top. He's fighting off addiction, and that is something he'll probably have to deal with, unfortunately, for the rest of his life. But his whole point and her whole point were both to reach out to your friends. Find your people, and know that they're there for you. You do not have to go through these things alone, ever, 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 ever. I want to apologize for anybody who's thought that I've ignored you throughout this show. This is a featured show. And I know I grabbed this random card, and I guess we're going to roll with it. I can't respond, but if you hit that star up top when this show's over, I'm going to make myself something to eat because I'm starving and I haven't eaten yet today. And then I'll be back on probably until I go to bed tonight. So you guys are welcome to come back. Any of you can come hang out. Any of you guys have any questions, or if I missed something today that you said, please come back, talk to me this afternoon. What time is it? Okay, we're after 11 o'clock. So that being said, guys, again, make sure you favorite my top 3 gifters. Make sure you favorite all my gifters, but especially the top 3. You guys, thank you for being in here today. But today, our Q&Q. Now, we don't answer this now. Don't answer this now. We will answer this next Friday in 1 week. It says, it matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be. What trait would you most like to have? Don't answer it now. Don't do it. But it matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be. What trait would you like to have most? Don't you dare answer it right now. Now we're going to put all the rest of these back so I don't get the wrong one again today, eh? All right. You guys, thank you for all the favorites. Thank you for all the gifts. I think that's it. Let's see. February 11th, I will be in Good Listeners Auction. I may or may not have on a nurse outfit. May or may not be pretty kind of cute. So you may want to be there. Okay. You just might want to be there. And then March 3rd, I will be in Top Badge Warriors auction. That is the LGBTQ auction. So I will be in that as well. And then I know, Quinn and JT and Good Listener both have shows on Sunday. Good Listener's show is at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, calling what is today again? Or what day is today again? Something like that. I'm terrible. I'm sorry, Good Listener. Please forgive me. But hers is at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Donnie has a show at 7 p.m. called Global Grub. And then Quinn and JT have Chowing Down at 9. And then another show that I absolutely love is Scantron's show, Dealing with Scan. And that is Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Krabby, son of a gun. Krabby's featured show. Oh my God, it's Wednesdays or Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I can't remember. Krabby, where are you at? Help me out. I don't think I wrote that one down yet. Krabby, help. Krabby, come help. Shoot, I didn't write them down. Wednesdays? Okay, what time? At 3? All right, Krabby, Not Too Shabby with Krabby. I was on that show, and it is so fun. Y'all need to make sure you have Krabby favorited. He's amazing, too. Let's see, who else's shows? Who else? I'm forgetting a ton of people, right? Boss Bro, his show is at noon today. You guys want to check that out. He gives you guys a lot of really good advice, and so do the guests in his streams. You want to make sure you check out Boss Bro's show at noon today. That's like less than an hour, so y'all can be there. Yeah, Boss Bro for top badge, right? So more show. Yes, that's Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Forgiveness culture. Oh shoot, is that the old one? Okay, see guys, I'm terrible. That's why I'm trying to write these down in the book, because Meet Me doesn't give you a schedule. But I'm gonna figure it out. And then I know that I know I wrote down a few for Mondays and Tuesdays. I got to get the rest of the week. Kitty Commanders Monday at 9. I don't know, guys. I'll get better organized for this like later on here. I know that you have Suited Up with Chris Casper is Wednesdays, and then you have Fridays. I think 3 p.m. is his show for where they introduce the top badge. You have and Tuesdays at 1 a.m. I've not gotten to get to this one yet, but any of you guys like I can't remember what the drum is called, but Chish and Phipps does Hang Time at 1 a.m. Tuesday mornings. But yeah, I think that that's it for now. We'll get some more stuff together. Big Fine Bam has a show on Saturdays. Smurfy Tricks of the Trade 4 p.m. Saturdays. Yeah, you guys spam your shows. Please do so. Once Upon a Mystery is at 3 p.m. All right, guys. Yeah. No, you guys, any of these shows, you guys remember too, you guys can find the shows daily in the banners at the top of your For You page. So make sure you're checking those out regularly. All right. Make sure you're looking and seeing what those have to say. You can use the calendar for events as well, T. Correct. But that being said, guys, I think I'm going to head off. We will re-meet here next Friday at 10 a.m. And I hope to see you all there. Remember, I love you, I believe in you, and never, ever give up on your dreams. I'll see you guys later. Mwah. Bye.